am triggered. Hey guys, Annika, welcome to my Chanika. So I filmed this entire fucking video. I edit it, I'm like really excited, I'm like, yeah, I have my video for Wednesday, whatever. And I have a fucking booger in my nose the entire time. I'm just like scrolling through to see if I just like go like that or like it disappears. Booger. Yay for boogers. Today I'm going to be doing a haul review sort of thing. I don't really know like what I'm even going to title this video, but basically ShopHush sent me a bunch of palettes. It's an online store that sells brands that dupe products, like dupe high-end makeup, but then they also sell brands like e.l.f. and Jordana, like actual legitimate drugstore cheap brands. So today I have a bunch of their duped palettes and I'm going to be showing you what they dupe with, and I'm going to be testing out one of the palettes up against the real thing. So I'm going to do a haul first. I'm going to show you what I got and then I'm going to move on to the look. So first I got this Face Candy Highlight Collection and it's called Unicorn Glow. I feel like it's a dupe for the Aurora Anastasia Glow Kit. It seems like they have pretty similar colors. I don't have the Aurora Glow Kit. I never really wanted it, but I think this is a great option if you want more colorful highlighters. These are really popping. What the fuck? That's nice. Oh, actually, no, that's not super nice. That's a little chunky. Just a little bit chunky. Some of the shades are better than others. That green one at the top is really nice. So yeah, I'm going to try this on my face today as well. The next palette I got is the Bad Habit Midsummer Night 30 Eyeshadow Collection. They think that they're fucking bougie, but they're not. A lot of people on my public spam were saying this looks a lot like the Lorac Mega Pro 4 palette that I got for Christmas, but to me it looks exactly like the Too Faced Natural Love palette, which I had, but I sold it because I fucking hated it. So I'm probably gonna end up giving this to Rihanna because she said that she liked it. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Definitely getting Natural Love by Too Faced vibes, like 100%. Next, another Too Faced palette dupe. This is the Sugar 18 Color Eyeshadow Collection, also by Face Candy. This is what the palette looks like. I feel like it's closest to the Sweet Peach. You have your peach tones and then you have your purples. These actually swatch really nice. I'll swatch candy, chocolate, cake, and pistachio. A little powdery, but a decent amount of pigment. So far, I am impressed. I didn't swatch them in the booger video, so I haven't really swatched the other ones. I've just tested this one out, so I kind of already know how I feel about that one. Then we have two palettes that are inspired by Anastasia's palettes. You have the Bad Habit Aura palette, which is a dupe for the Prism palette by Anastasia. Yeah, this is really pretty. I've swatched it next to the Prism palette because Rihanna has it. They're kind of similar. If anything, I think that the shimmer shades in this are better than the shimmer shade in the Prism palette. I don't really know. And then we have the Retro Love palette, which is a dupe for the Subculture, which I think I'm most excited for because I loved the colors in the Subculture. I just hated the formula. So I'm excited to have those colors back in my life. Ooh. Okay, I swatched them on my leg. You can't see them, but they cute. And then the very last palette, besides the one that I'm going to be testing that they sent to me, is the Bad Habit Inferno eyeshadow palette, eyeshadow collection. This is what it looks like. Really like delicious warm tone colors. I love this shade called Warmth. A beautiful crease shade. So I'm excited to play around with these. I will definitely keep you updated on the ones that I'm not trying today. Probably in a future shits and hits. I don't know. We'll see. For now, we're going to be moving on to the Bad Habit Aphrodite palette eyeshadow collection. And this is what it looks like. There is a similar dupe to every shade in the Huda Beauty Rose Gold eyeshadow palette. I always say Huda, so excuse me. I'm trying to start saying Huda because that's her fucking name. I got you, girl. I already know my thoughts on these, so I'm going to be doing a different look, so maybe I can test out new different shadows that I didn't try out last time I filmed the booger video. So let's get poppin'. I need to prime my eyelids with concealer first. Tang tang, walla walla bang bang. So first of all, what I see about the packaging is the Huda Beauty, this is the Huda Beauty one, has very flimsy cardboard packaging and no mirror. And then this one has pretty sturdy cardboard packaging and it comes with a mirror. It has my fucking fingerprints all over it, of course. I feel like the packaging on the Aphrodite palette is a little bit better than the Huda one. This palette retails for $12, just keep that in mind. Okay, so first I'm gonna start off with the shade Blushing in the Aphrodite palette. This is a dupe for the shade Shy in the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. So I'm gonna put Blushing on this eye and Shy on this eye. Last time I filmed this video, I did a warm look and I played with the more orange tones and they were really nice. I found that the Bad Habit Aphrodite palette had a little bit more kickback, and it still does, especially in this shade, but like not like Anastasia Subculture kickback, not even like Lorac kickback, just like a little bit of kickback. I think that it's worth noting. I don't know, but I don't mind kickback. You just tap off your brush. But as a result, you get a lot of pigment, therefore they're more pigmented than the Huda Beauty eyeshadows. That being said, this blended out a lot faster than this one did, and I think a lot nicer than that one did. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Fuck, I forgot how much I love the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. It's like my favorite palette. She has had her time. I have done her dirty. I fucking love this bitch. This is like my top 3 favorite palettes, I think. Okay, then I'm gonna be taking the shade Flirt in the Aphrodite palette, which is a dupe for the shade Flamingo in the Huda Beauty palette. This shade specifically doesn't have as much kickback as the other ones I've tried. That's pretty lit. Okay, then I'm going to take the shade Flamingo. Oh, I never told you what I was doing. So with Shy and Blushing, I put that all in my crease as a transition shade. And then with Flamingo and Flirt, I'm just putting that in my outer corner and also a little bit blending it like into my crease. Once again, I feel like the Huda Beauty one blended a tiny bit better. But again, this is a $12 eyeshadow palette. I mean, you can't. Then I'm going to take this shade Jealousy, which is this dark plum shade. And it's a dupe for the shade Bossy in the Huda Beauty palette, which is that one. I'm gonna put that in the very outer corner. This is a very simple look. Usually what I do when I use this palette, it's just fast and simple. And I'm just going back into the transition shades we use just to blend everything out. So these are all the mattes. I think the thing that I would say is that you can see that I use multiple colors, and with this, it all kind of blended into one color. But that being said, these are buttery, easy to blend, and pigmented. So, I don't know. I'm going to take the shade Crush in this palette, which is a shimmer shade, and I'm pretty sure that one is supposed to correspond with shade Angelic, which I doubt that it will because Angelic is literally angelic. Like, it's like a duochrome rose gold. Oh my god, nut. Okay, so I'm gonna do the Huda Beauty one first. It's like actual butter. Everybody hates the shimmer shadows in this palette. I love them. I don't like how you have to use your finger with them, but like, it's kind of worth it. So that's just my opinion. And then taking the shade Crush, which has a gold shift, but definitely not as much. And it has a little bit, like a few more chunks of glitter, I guess I would say. Not really like chunks, but the glitter particles. So yeah, all in all, I think the overall major difference that you can see is that this eye has a little bit more definition, but this eye still looks pretty good. Like if I came out, I mean, it's kind of janky, but like if I came out to the club, like it wouldn't look that bad. I'm going to do my lower lash line and the rest of my face, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. I used the Aphrodite palette on my lower lash line, and I like the way that it blended. It just blended out really nicely. I think it's good for lower lash line. But I want to try out the Unicorn Glow Highlight Collection by Face Candy. I think I'm going to mix the shades Dream and Enchanted. Of course, I'm going for the boring colors, but I'm going to use a denser brush because I feel like these are pressed pretty firmly, and I think I'm right. Okay. Yeah, okay, whatever. I'll use it, but like probably for days that I don't want too much of a shimmer. Never mind, there's glitter all over my face. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if you guys can see all the glitter on my face. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you fucking can. I'm going to put some on my inner corner as well. While I'm doing that, I just want to talk a little bit about like how similar I think the palettes are. I'm taking the shade Stardust, which is this one, putting it on my inner corner. I do think they're similar, but like on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say they're like a 5 or a 6. Like on the similarity scale, I feel like the only thing is it could be a little bit better at blending, and that's kind of what makes it not like the Huda Beauty palette. But the color, like the pigment of the color, all of that, perfect, spot on. Packaging, I really like the packaging of the palette, and all the packaging on all of these palettes seems really nice. The pigmentation all seems really nice, so I'm really excited to try out more of Shop Hush's products. I just wanted to say Shop Hush did like sponsor this video. They sent me these palettes. Obviously, all opinions are my own, like, but for real though, I don't really get anything out of lying to you guys. It's not like they're gonna send me more stuff if I lie to you or whatever. This is all I need. I don't really think I need any more palettes. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, suck my dick, and keep on hushing. That was cool. I'm like a dancer now. Dance Moms who Maddie Ziegler is shaking.
I would wish you the best, but you already have.